Assalamu alaikum students. This is Ms. Safia on behalf of Ecosystem of Schooling, Ecosystem for Success. The world in your room, we already have read this chapter, and today, your presentation day, you people have to give the presentation for this chapter. Now, after your presentation, we will do page number 142. Section D. Fill in the blanks with the word related to various aspects of technology listed in the box. So you can see there is a box and the words are draft, nanotechnology, predecessor, naked, progress, gigabytes, micro, miniaturization, uh, miniaturization, terabytes, technology, hardware, and vessels. All these words are related to different aspects of technology, and we have to fill the blanks. Now we are starting. So we often think that dash progress is shown as things get bigger and bigger. Buildings get taller, bridges get longer, roads get wider, more and more people have more and more things. The memory of household computer used to be measured in kilobytes. It is now usually measured in gigabytes or even terabytes, a unit that is almost a billion times the size of kilobytes. But thinking about computer should remind us that size is not everything. Though the memory of modern household computer may dwarf that of a model built 20 years ago, the contemporary machine itself is probably much smaller and neater than its predecessor. We might also say that as technology advances, it gets smaller. We have already seen the benefits of miniaturization, not only in computer hardware, but also in cameras that are small enough to be inserted into the human body and travel through organs and blood vessels. Nanotechnology promises to create machines that are even smaller, no bigger than tiny microbes. Though for most of us, it is difficult to imagine how you can construct things that are too small to be seen by a naked eye. After completing this section, we are moving to the grammar portion, that is conditional clause. A conditional clause is a subordinate clause that says what the circumstances are for something to happen. For example, the laptop won't work unless you buy a new battery. Okay, so this is the conditional clause. The laptop will work on condition that it has a new battery. Conditional clause may begin with words such as if, unless, as long as, providing, only, on condition. A few more examples are given below. If water boils, it turns to steam. When he eats breakfast, he feels better all day. Now we have a section A which says complete these sentences with a conditional clause or main clause. Make sure all the example above are used. So we are starting. You can use mobile if you need to keep in touch with your friends. As long you can complete your project as long as you have all the necessary components. At present, they cannot do anything as long as people do not take precautions. He would be happy to lend you his gizmo if you promise to return it by tomorrow. On uh, we can say that he would be happy to lend you his gizmo on condition that you return it by tomorrow. You may have access to all the information only if you can click the right buttons. As long as he works hard, he will pass the exams. She won't come back unless she achieves her goal. As long as I get up at 7, I will reach office on time. If he doesn't come till 9 o'clock, we will have to start the meeting without him. You see, these are the conditional sentence, and most of the sentence are of zero condition, in which the main clause, the if clause, uh, and the main are the they are subordinate to each other. That means if one thing will happen, it's obvious that the other thing will happen. So most of the examples are of zero condition. Now we have section B that say complete the following sentence either with the conjunction if or the conjunction unless. So let's start. If my calculations are correct, they owe us 2,000. You won't get to the airport on time unless you hurry up. She is absolutely certain to fail unless she works hard. If it had not been for John's prompt action, many more lives might have been lost. Unless anyone can think of better one, I suggest we stick to our original plan. We will go in Sam's car, if that's okay with you, Sam. If the bullet had gone in 2 millimeters higher, he would undoubtedly have been killed. Unless I'm very much mistaken, that's Linda Lee, the film star over there. This is the chapter we have finished now. Now we are moving to our last chapter, that is what game do you play? Okay, this chapter is about the summarizing and paraphrasing a text. When we summarize, we condense the text using our own words. In other words, we sum up what the text means. When we paraphrase, we use our own word but keep the original information. We do not sum it up. So, this chapter is about the advantages and disadvantages of video game played by the young people. More specifically, it look at how they affect health physically, emotionally, and intellectually, especially if video games are played too often. It notes that conditions such as gamer thumbs can develop, and discusses how video games foster social isolation among young people. However, it's also note that motor and thinking skills can be developed through video games. Overall, it stresses that moderation is the key to beneficial use of video games. This chapter is about the use of video games. Video games are often young people's main choice of entertainment, and they can have their downside. Playing video game too often and for too long is not good for your health, and this refers to the health in the broadest context. That is to say, it is not good for you physically or mentally. It can affect concentration, and young people who are obsessed with interactive games can become irritable, angry, and even more violent. This could be because the kind of story told in video game often depict violence of some kind. Nowadays, most of the young generation is fond of the play PUBG, which is also promoting the same kind of violence. But after all, these things doesn't mean that most young people that this is the only way to harm the young generation mindset. There is evidence to show that the exposure to such video games can cause some young people to become more hostile. particularly if they are by nature hot-tempered and have trouble getting along with others. This is the Science Daily research of June 2010. Playing video games for long period of time also affects one's physical health. Okay. Constant repetition can result in gamer's thumb, which is a swelling caused by excessive use of gamepad. It doesn't take too much time to see that if you are constantly sitting in front of monitor, you are not being active enough. Physical activity is important to ensure good blood circulation. It also makes you feel better. In addition, if you play team sport, you also get an opportunity to interact with others. There are another problems with video game. They discourage you from being with others and may foster antisocial behavior. We need to be solitary sometime, but we also need company. Humans are social animal and we develop our social skill by interacting with friends and family. In addition, young people who are constantly playing video games may neglect their homework and be less involved in school activities. Like most things in life, the key to reap only the benefit from the video game is the word moderation. It is important to balance game playing with other aspects of life, such as spending time with family and friends and taking up hobbies that allow you to get fresh air and physical exercise. Not just sitting in front of computer is or internet is not enough. You have to go outside, take the fresh air, have some physical exercise. It's also necessary for the refreshment of soul and mind.